jump off the railroad bridge.
Think we can make it?
Oh,
Yeah, he'll make it.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Holy crap, dude. We are on a log flume. Hey guys, Officer O'Leary here, back with New Jersey Coasters and his dad Larry. And we're here at Mount Washington, New Hampshire. It's the tallest mountain on the east coast of the United States. It's about 6,200 feet tall, and it's about half the size of the mountains in the Rockies. It's not really as cool as it is, but what makes it really cool is they have a cog railway that goes up the side of it, and we're about to go in and experience that. It takes about an hour and a half to go all the way to the top, and we're gonna hang out there for a little bit and then take the ride all the way back down again to the bottom. Inside the main station building, you have a gift shop and of course a ticket pickup window. There's two different types of excursions you can do here. They run a steam train up the mountain twice a day, and then I think it's only during the summer they run the steam train. I'm not really sure what the operating schedule is for the whole year here, but besides the steam train, they also run, I think, hourly diesel operations. It looks like we're out here near the boarding area now. No sign of the train just yet, but you can sort of see the right of way. It leads all the way up the side of the mountain, and right up at the top there where all those antennas are, it's the tallest point on the East Coast. Here in the gift shop, we have some really cool jacket designs. Jason wanted to get a jacket, but none of the designs are the one that he wanted. There was like a specific style that he wanted, but it's not here. Ah, I like that sweatshirt, Jason.
How thin it is. Not gonna keep you warm at all.
It's cool looking. Why, are you worried about being cold up there? I bet they sell a ton of sweatshirts and jackets in this gift shop, and that's probably why they have so many designs available. It gets really cold at the top of Mount Washington, and really, really windy too. The highest recorded wind speed on Earth was recorded at the top of this mountain. Hopefully it won't be that windy up there today. Our train starts boarding at 8:15 and departs at 8:30. And we should be up at the top around 11 and be back down here at like 1. You can see the engine down there steaming just a little bit, and a couple of workers getting things prepped. And then off in the distance there, that's Bretton Woods ski area. It's the closest resort to the cog railway. It's really interesting how these work, actually. There's a cog that comes out from underneath the locomotive and clicks into these rivets here to keep traction on the train, because we're going up a steep mountain. It's a really cool technology. It's been used in applications all around the world. It's not very common either. These are pretty rare to see. Currently at 2,700 feet in elevation, climbing another 4,000 or so. Nice sweatshirt, Jason. How much was that? 50?
Yes.
And you got a box lunch. It was like 17 or something like that. The ham sandwich.
They got a lot of my money.
Ham sandwich, 2 waters. Yeah, you spent already like almost $200 today.
Well, I didn't buy any other merchandise or anything else anyway, so I got it.
So the boiler is tilted because we have to go up on such a steep angle. They just replaced this hose here on the locomotive, and this gentleman is trying to buy it off of them for $5. I just rang that bell over there to signify that we're getting ready to start boarding. That man just bought the hose pipe. I think they just gave it to him. They were probably going to throw it out anyway. So we're getting ready to start boarding. Another hour and a half and we should be up at the top. I wasn't sure, but yeah, all the seats are tilted forward, so when we start the ascent, it feels normal.
In the engine this morning, we have Ray as our engineer and Eli as our fireman. Eli's got a lot of work to do on the way up. He's got a lot of coal to shovel to get us up the mountain this morning, so he's going to be a busy guy back there. My job on the way up, I'll be out here on the front platform keeping an eye on the tracks for us. On the way down, that's Eli's job. He gets to take a break from shoveling later, He'll watch the tracks on the way down while I'm doing the braking. All right, guys, here we go. Enjoy your trip.
Wow. We're leaving the station now. 2,700 feet.
You ready, Sean?
6,800 feet. Yeah, I'm ready. It's bouncy. You guys ready?
I'm ready.
Over the river down below all the way up to the summit, you'll notice that the tracks are trestled up off the ground. That allows us to keep our grades a little more consistent. Also allows for easier maintenance as well.
So we're climbing at a 34-degree pitch. There's a water tower up here. It's where we're gonna get more water, and then
Get stuck in the water.
maybe it's here we still need to go.
Although we'll probably have some water for the trip up the mountain this morning. We're going to use about 1,000 gallons of water.
Wow.
The tender in the back holds about 700 gallons, and we just went through a good portion of that. So we're going to top it off, make sure we have enough water to make steam to get to the summit. To turn all that water into steam, our fireman Eli is going to shovel almost a full ton of coal today as well. Busy guy, a couple of times a minute, he'll reach back. He gets a good shovelful with one hand. He'll take a couple of steps forward, open the firebox door with the other hand so he can throw that in. He'll do that as he sees necessary to keep the fire good and hot, keep us making steam and moving along. So he's got a lot of shoveling to do yet. Busy guy. So over here on your left, we have Wombat Station. This is just recently built. This is as far as we go in the winter time. The building up on top closes by the middle of October. Trust me, you wouldn't want to be up there in January anyway. So we come up this far, hang out for a half hour, 45 minutes. There are a couple of fire pits up on top. You can stand around and toast marshmallows. Have toasted marshmallows for breakfast. So I don't know if you noticed on the way up, but there's a large building up on top of the ridge off to your right. If you can't see it here, there's a clearing up ahead. I'll point it out when we get to that clearing. But it's part of the Appalachian Mountain Trail System. For about $100 a night, you get a nice warm bed and a nice home-cooked meal. It's only one bad part. You gotta hike it. That's the only way to get up there. Takes about 2 hours from the base area to get up there, but it is very nice. Sits up on top of the ridge overlooking Ammonoosuc Ravine up to your right. There are two small bodies of water up there next to the hut. They're the highest bodies of water east of the Mississippi River. They form the headwaters to the Ammonoosuc River you were passing on your way up this morning. The water coming out of those two lakes will eventually wind up in Long Island Sound. Goes down the Ammonoosuc to the Connecticut, and then out the Connecticut River to the Sound. So it's got a little ways to go.
Too steep.
You gotta avoid all those trees, dude.
I wouldn't want to ski on that ridge.
Why not?
I would die. About halfway there now. It's the halfway house, they call it. Also, look at the angle that building is at compared to like what? We're climbing up now into Jacob's Ladder.
Has the train ever gotten stuck?
On the track?
That's really good.
Jason and I are in the front seat.
Yeah, some days we get really, really hot.
Stay here for a couple minutes. Climbing Mount Washington.
Up ahead to the right of the tracks, we see that white board. That looks like an oversized surfboard. If we get closer to that, you'll see the profile to the man's face in that rock formation. See the man's nose. Above that is his forehead. Below is his chin and beard.
Jason looks like your dad. That's a profile. It's the old man's face. That's cool. It's so steep. Look at the microphone.
Stand up, folks. Check it out. No fair holding on.
Okay, my feet are completely sloped downhill to stand up straight right now.
You get another nice look at the
That's a
lake and the
trip.
cloud touch straight across
I'm
on
having
the
trouble
ridge.
sitting down now.
Here's the ravine on your right. First ravine on your left. Feet higher than the rear of the tender.
You have to really stand up. I'm surprised they let you stand up on this.
It's so cool.
It's awesome.
If you fall to the back, it's your fault.
Yeah, you just like fall through the back of the train into the steam engine. All the trees and plants are all dwarfed. Soon enough we won't see any of them really at all.
If you look behind you a little bit, that's northern Vermont. On a really clear day, we can see parts of Canada where it borders north of Vermont. Got a few clouds in the way.
We're about to be at the summit in a few minutes, I think, here. There's no more trees. Those are the trees. Yeah.
You'll see some more off to the right.
It's really cloudy up here, Jason. You gotta get some shots.
Miles to go to get up to the mountain. Gives us two lines up onto the summit. This way we can get more trains in and out up here. Slightly different configuration to it.
We're at the top of Mount Washington. Thank you.
Watch your step. You're welcome.
And following us up is actually a diesel train. Just a few minutes behind us. They said they just built this track switch up here pretty recently to accommodate two trains. Apparently it's a long-standing tradition for environmentalists and hikers and such to flash the train as it comes up to the top, so we got to see some masses. Now inside the building at the top, a gift shop, an area to buy tickets. If you want to just take a one-way ride down, you totally can. And it's very reminiscent. This place feels exactly like a ski lodge. It even smells like a ski lodge. I guess because there's so many hikers and stuff that come up here through the Appalachian Trail to stop. Right down there is the auto road you can take to get up here. Winds down the mountain a different route than the Cogrell way, obviously. Really cool train ride up the mountain. It was really fun. And now we have about 45 minutes or so to just hang out and catch some pictures and we'll go check out whatever we can up here. It's kind of cloudy, so we might not get the best views. You get a token. You can enter this museum here for free as long as you take the train. Otherwise, you have to pay admission. But wow, look at this. There's not really a ton of things that can live up here this high up. You have a few plants. No trees though at all. All types of really cool photographs of this. That's what the observatory used to look like. Like I mentioned earlier, the highest ever recorded wind on Earth was here in 1934. And this here is the old weather station. That's no longer standing. Or they might have renovated it to make it the building it is today. Not really sure. I can't imagine what it would be like to be up here in the wintertime. Some really HQ taxidermy work here. Bunny rabbit. The museum's a little bit smaller than I imagined.
I know.
I don't know why there's. This is it. It's cool though. It is cool. It shows you a lot of information. You can even send letters out of here, and they have special Mount Washington stamps. Looks like they're doing some type of work up that way. Said it's about 50 degrees outside currently, and about 70 or so at the base.
Hey, $70 for a guided tour up in a van, and you don't have to drive yourself.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't think that was a thing.
Yeah.
Look at that. But yeah, there's also a road you can just drive up with your car. You pay a toll. You know, it's probably like 20 or 30 bucks or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you can
I
just
think it's
drive.
20.
Yeah, and you can just drive yourself up here. The road is pretty well maintained, but it doesn't have guardrails in a lot of sections, so it's pretty sketchy if you don't like that type of stuff. That's why, not one of the reasons that we didn't do it, but we're also train enthusiasts, so we had to do the Cockrell way. But up there you can see a ton of different hikers and stuff. That's because that's the actual summit of Mount Washington. Right here where we're standing is a little bit lower, but right there is the tallest point east of the Mississippi River. We're gonna go up and check it out.
After this, can we go to the museum?
The summit sign is right there, 6288, and like someone built a big thing of rocks next to it to make it even taller. But we're in line right now to take some photos up there. Just took a couple pictures up here on Mount Washington by the sign, and it looks like they're going to be expanding the weather station over here, or observatory area. They just dug out all these rocks, and it's right next to the existing building, so I can only guess that they're going to be expanding it in the future. And over here is the weather station, I believe. Lots of stuff going on up here. Tons of people. Wow. Starting to get some nice views down there. There's one of the trails you can see cutting through that ridge.
Are we gonna go to the... Yes, we are. We got it.
This tower here doesn't have any cell phone things on it, so we don't have service up here. No service. Nope. Tip Top House. It says it's closed for renovations. I have no idea what that is. Really too bad we aren't able to really get a good view today. Our train is getting ready to board again in the next few minutes. Got some views here now. You can see the access road coming all the way up to the scenic railway station.
That's too much like work. Somebody left at 7 or something. Yeah, it's 12, it's 5 hours. No.
Well, at least we were able to get a couple of decent views from the summit here. It'd be really cool to come back here on a nice and clear day, though. We're gonna walk inside this gift shop, though, over here. Check out what's inside it. The air is a lot thinner up here, so it's harder to breathe, too, if you're not used to it. Down there's the parking lot. You can walk up the staircase, come up here, and check out this nice gift shop. These are nice Christmas ornaments.
They are.
Wow.
I'm looking. No, I'm gonna pick something up.
Got some mason jar glasses. Looks like our conductor came back here. He's getting the steps all set up for us. We'll be starting our descent back down Mount Washington. That's cool. They flipped the seats to face downward too. And we're the first ones on. I'm excited. Let's go. Here's Jason's packed lunch wrap that you could buy at the gift shop at the bottom of the Cogro.
What has peppers in it? I hate peppers.
Oh no.
Whatever, I'll try it.
All right. Let's get the official Jason Heaney Food TV review.
I don't like peppers. I don't like it.
Oh
I
no.
can't believe there's peppers in it. Why is there peppers?
Why don't you just take them out?
Oh, true.
So it's almost 150 years old. back then the coaches only held about 25 people. This coach can hold 70, so it's really not designed to handle that much weight. So I'm using the brakes on the coach to help take some of the weight of the coach off the engine, and as I mentioned, not push him too fast down the mountain. When we get to the steeper parts of the track, I'm going to do something that we call get light, where I'm actually just about pulling away from the engine. That way I know I'm not pushing him at all on the steepest parts. If I do pull away a little bit, I'll try and catch up gradually and get back on him as gently as I can. So I have different ways I know when to add brake or take brake off. I have some visual markers along the way that I'm looking for. I mentioned Frog Rock on the way up. That's one of my visual markers. I also listen to the engine, listen to the chug, chug, chug of the pistons. That sounds like it's speeding up. I'll add some brake. From time to time, you might see the engine look like it's rising up in front of us. That tells me he's actually leveling off. We can take some brake down. You see the engine dip down, he's pitching over. I'll add some brake. But I also have my high technology vibration sensor here on the floor. The piece of steel that's welded to the bumper on the coach, and through that I can feel the vibrations in the engine. So when I'm getting light, getting ready to pull away, I'll feel those vibrations start to ease up. And this one over here is called the set brake. Operates the brakes on the down mountain axle. I'll use that on the steeper parts. I'll wind it up and set it where I like it. This one is called the play brake. That operates the brakes on the up mountain axle. I'll use that to make most of the adjustments along the way. Any questions, folks? Yep.
Before I started filming, he mentioned
That's for the ejection
the locomotive is actually not connected to the coach. So when we go downhill, we'll separate from the locomotive.
I mentioned to you that we have this cord connected to the engine, and that's how I consider the engineer to stop the train. Well, if this was coach was hooked up to one of the diesel trains, actually has 3 electrical connections, and one of those is for this button. If I hit that button, it actually stops the engine. There's another button like that up on the front platform. Yes?
Man, those biodiesel engines must be really good on the environment, but they're not as pretty to look at.
No, not anywhere close. It's just a big box.
Not only are the diesels much smoother, but they're also much more boring. They don't interact as much with the coach, and they're operated much differently. They have a joystick control to go forward and reverse, and no brakes or anything like that. It's kind of simple. It doesn't seem like it's very
Fun.
yeah, very fun.
Because this he has to like pull back from the edges of his head. It's funny.
Yeah, this
That's why the siding up.
one's got really nice.
Yeah, I like the car. This one has like snowflakes.
They're parking 3 diesels next to us before our one steam goes down, because our one steam takes a lot slower to go. So they get all the diesel ones up ahead of us going down. Makes sense.
We're ready to go. And reverse. That's really pretty.
The conductor also acts as a brakeman, like he was explaining before, so he's got a much more difficult job on the way down. And biodiesel tanks are right over there, it looks like. Starting to see some foliage. We have trees. Look at the tops of the trees. They get deformed because of the harsh winter climate up here. Well, I think we're about we're halfway down the mountain already, and it's only been about 15 or 20 minutes. Get a few more shots for you guys as we make our initial descent. I think they mentioned they can run like 7 trains at a time or something. How fast do you think we're going? Like 7 miles an hour?
I'm betting 8.
8? Oh man, we're flying. cool experience. I definitely recommend paying them more money to do the steam version. It's way more technical than the diesel version. The diesel version, the conductor doesn't have to control the brakes or anything like that. The diesel engine controls the speed and everything.
There's 3 coming down.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's crazy. We were the first train this morning and now there's like 7 on the line.
Well, the diesels, I guess, caught up, huh?
Yeah, they can run a lot of these.
And then coming down, they have a brake pin that
What a cool system. Definitely gonna have to come back here and check it out on a clearer day. And you can see more from the top of Mount Washington. Really happy that we were able to come. Obviously, they would never be able to run as many trains without these diesels, of course. Steam trains are a nightmare to maintain. They are really complex and they have a lot of mechanical parts. And to have these diesels here that are very reliable and also efficient on the environment, really easy to control in general. It's a lot easier to get people up and down the mountain. And we're all the way up there, and then 4, and there's 3 more going on the way up. That's crazy. Oh, what an incredible experience. Definitely recommend checking out at least the diesel one to get to the top of Mount Washington. There's no cooler way, for sure. And thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate it. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Wait, we already went 6 miles? Really? No way.
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
From a bird's eye view, you should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to